Everybody, welcome back to OG's Uncut, Conversations on the Culture. I'm your host, Priest, and I got my cousin and co-host, T-Rex. How you feeling today, dog?
Hey man, I can't complain. The weather's out, looking nice.
Weather is good today.
And they doing some cleanup, getting all these dead leaves out the way.
Gotcha. But yeah, the weather definitely feeling a little warm today. I won't say warm, but it's definitely not as cold. Maybe that means snow is on the way.
Normally that's what it is.
Yeah, normally
when it's warmer than usual, like 3 or 4 days, it's bad weather coming. But normally in snow, if you raise up north and you get in your regular fall season, normally when you hit a warm spurt, then snow is coming.
Yeah. You better make like a bird and start flying south, man. You kicking that can down the road, you delaying. Yeah, man.
Oh yeah.
All right, man. But so today's conversation, we are back on immigration.
Right.
And I kind of sense that our viewers might be getting a little, maybe a little fatigued with the conversation, but I just want to say that it's not going to stop anytime soon. And I don't say that like as an in-your-face type of way, but the conversation is just so prevalent right now everywhere in the news with the current administration. But we're going to do something different with the conversation today, y'all. We want to flip the script. We want to do a hypothetical and put immigrant communities in the shoes of foundational Black Americans. And we really gonna do like an empathy test. And I'm gonna just throw this out there, because you can attest to this. We showed a lot of empathy and support for immigrant communities back in the day. You know, like especially in the 80s, coming up through the 90s and all of that stuff. And I was watching, you know, I fuck with Cam and Mace's podcast. Shout out to them. Mm-hmm. It Is What It Is podcast. And just yesterday on their episode, they got into a discussion about just stuff that happened decades ago with like artists, rappers and stuff like that the younger generation, like Stat, the host, the young girl, like she don't know and her generation don't know. So he made a comment that a lot of history gets lost. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I think a part of the history that gets lost is like how much love we show for immigrant communities, especially like melanated ones, Africans and Caribbeans and stuff like that. So a lot of empathy, and we pushed the Pan-African movement was really a Black American movement. It was something that we pushed. You never really saw that reciprocated on a grand scale. So I say all that to say that we've shown empathy from our communities. Would you agree with that assessment?
Yeah, I mean, we done said it multiple times already, and I was watching Trading Places with an old movie with Eddie Murphy and him and Dan Aykroyd, and it was two brothers that were sitting at the table at the party, and they had that Pan-African flag, that green, red, and black. Right. So it was mighty ironic that you said that. So we show movies, even if we don't say nothing, we show the flag. We do the fist. I mean, we not the fist. That's the big Jesse Owens. He did the fist, and you know we. That's when they started putting it on the Afrocone with the pick.
There you go.
The fist. Pick, and we had the peace sign on it. So we have always, if we didn't say it, we show it through our artistry,
entertainment,
and everything. So I mean,
even how we dress as kids,
we can go on and on about that. I just can't wait until we get to the conversation.
It's coming. But I just want to. I can look at y'all. Look at him though. He like this. Yeah, we done said it. We done. I know we gonna get there. We gonna get there. But I just want to establish a base of what we've shown,
right?
That now that the delineation movement is going on, and now we're starting to research into some of the policies and the funding distributions and stuff like that, and we kind of seeing that wow, we really have been strategically put at the bottom between the Democrats and immigrant groups. We kind of been put at the bottom. So now this conversation is about a role reversal. How would immigrant communities feel if they woke up in their country and they were in our shoes, but in their country? So that's the central question of this conversation. We're going to paint that picture. So
Gotcha.
they woke up and they saw representation of Black American markets and businesses everywhere.
Oh,
we're gonna flip that.
Okay.
But before we go there, let's talk about what we see when we wake up and when we go out in our communities. Right now, we live in the DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia area. Very diverse, right?
Yeah, heavily diverse.
Heavily diverse, man.
Yeah.
What does the business landscape look like when you move around in this area?
Well, I started with DC. When I grew up, it was only Chinese restaurants. And when I grew up in DC,
Is that the one they call carryouts?
Yeah, carryouts. Yeah, that's what they call it. Oh, I forgot. Down south, I don't know what they call it.
Yeah, everybody don't know that.
Up here, carryouts or Chinese stores. Down south, they call them Chinese restaurants, or they call them hibachis and shit like that. Up here, we don't call them that. We just call them carryouts, unless it's a signature Japanese restaurant. I forgot. I can't think of it, but it's one in Magic Johnson Theater. But when I grew up in DC, which was also called Chocolate City, ain't Chocolate City no more. The communities that I lived in, the community that I lived in up North Washington, DC, ain't Black no more. Berry Farms ain't Black no more. Morton Street ain't downtown DC, ain't Black no more. Leroy Park ain't Black no more. You got all other ethnicities living there. The reason why I'm saying that now, because I done moved out from the outskirts of where I was born and raised, not because the cost of living is just to pursue a better life and to give me some experience through the military. But what I have seen since I've been living in the northern part of Virginia, I'm just gonna call it like it is, from the time you cross over the Memorial Bridge, 9th Street Bridge, crossing over from DC going into Old Town, Virginia, from Arlington all the way up to Woodbridge, ain't nothing on Route 1 but international motherfuckers. I'm talking from Asians, Africans, sad niggas, and they've been like that for years, and they still haven't took over or have pushed them south like how they done push the Black people south. I got most of my family members that I grew up with in DC don't live in DC no more. Most of my homeboys that grew up in DC is in Prince George's County, District Heights, Montgomery, Maryland. They're pushing us out, and the white people, it's white chocolate city now. It ain't chocolate city.
Because I'm hearing you saying it was chocolate city, so you saw like a lot of blackness. From a business standpoint, not just from a community standpoint. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
So
I ain't got to the businesses. I'm just talking about when you heard Chocolate City, you knew just from the sound of DC, Chocolate City, you gonna see niggas.
But I ain't talking about because I ain't talking about just the people. I'm talking about the economic base.
Okay, well, Carolina Kitchen.
Yeah.
You had fast food. You had Carolina Kitchen that was well known. You had a bunch of fish spots that was well known in DC. You had the Madness Shop that was Northwest. You had DDTP that was in Northeast. Mm-hmm. We had the go-go music. I think it's still there, but it wasn't prevalent. We had like in most of the stores there, you had your go-go music. They was allowing Black people that in DC to give their small businesses. A lot of stores that was well known nationwide would allow them to sell their music in their store. Right. You know what I'm saying? You also had our bootleggers. You had guys like in down there by Dunbar. I want to say like on 5th and O by the firehouse. They knocked that down and made a playground. But everybody in Northwest knew to go to this dude because that's where you bought your Timbs for half price, your Jordans for half price. So we don't even have our bootleggers no more.
Like even where I live right now, where we are right now in this part of the DMV, I can go outside, man, and if I want some soul, let me say this, cuz when I wanted soul food, you know how hard it was for me to find a soul food restaurant in this part of Virginia. Hard. This is how hard it was, cuz I found one restaurant that cooked. It wasn't even a restaurant. I found it was a business that cooked soul food. I pull up at the shit, and you know what it was? A house. It was a house. Mm-hmm. And the chick cooked some bomb ass food though. She had mac and cheese, she had collard greens, all kind of stuff, but it was not a restaurant. But I could not find any soul food anywhere. But if I want some Ghanaian food, I got at least 7 restaurants and maybe 7 markets just in this locale. I got buku Asian restaurants. I got at least 2 or 3 Jamaican restaurants. There's Afghan restaurants. Like if I want that, I might have to go north a little bit, but I can find them. So
what you call kebab spots.
Kebab spots. So, and the thing about it is, this kind of living has become normal for us, for foundational Black Americans. We don't think about it. It's just like, okay, that's the Jamaican spot. We still are enjoying the diversity of it, but now we really focusing in on like, well, shit, where are we at? Why aren't we here? It's not because we don't have the work ethic, we don't have the talent and skill. Like we had that stuff in Chocolate City, like you just broke down. Mm-hmm. So what happened? And it's like
it was by design. That's what happened.
It's definitely by design. And we talked.
I'm saying that for any immigrant immigrant looking like, because I know that's gonna say, well, that's our fault. We ain't got nothing to do with it. You do have something to do with it because your black asses, y'all motherfucking asses are here.
But I would say that they're here. But I don't knock immigrants for taking advantage of the opportunities put in front of them. I knock the Democratic Party for finessing us out of monies that should have come to us.
Route 1 where we at, and I'm pretty sure I can go to any city. I mean, you talking about over a 10-mile stretch on both sides of the road. I'm not just talking about restaurants. I'm talking about stores, grocery stores, and everything. They damn near made everything to where they don't even have to leave their community. They got everything within their community.
It's facts, man. And right down the street, man, it's an entire district on both sides. Like Cuz just said, this is over a 10-mile stretch that we talking. But right here, just like less than a mile from me, it's a district right there. It's completely Latino. Mm-hmm. They got a clothing store, 2 of them rotisserie or Peruvian chicken spots, an international market. Even the franchises are run. The Popeyes and the
7-Eleven
run by Latinos. And we not tripping, but we're showing how much what Cuz say, this is by design. And we done the Democrats have worked with immigrants to design our communities to actually erase us from a business economic standpoint.
Cause like the 7-Eleven when I grew up, every 7-Eleven that was in Northwest DC, Uptown, UPT, even the 7-Eleven was sand niggas. Right. Even the corner stores were ran by Asians, and they was in our community. So they never fucked with us.
Right up in the communities. But you know, we made that like a norm, like a part of the culture. And in a lot of ways, I think that's probably unhealthy up here, which we can get into that later. And I think a lot of that may come out when we reverse the role and look at how they might feel.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's say you're Nigerian, Ghanaian, but you walk outside and it's hard for you to find a restaurant where you can get some jollof rice and whatever else that comes in your culture. But you see a plethora, a whole lot, soul food, fried fish, fried chicken, mac and cheese, gumbo,
pig feet,
spare ribs, pig feet,
chitlins,
all of these Black American delicacies, sweet potato pie, banana pudding, all of these things that's
just food now.
We do. This is just food. But you see all these restaurants, and not just restaurants, but marketplaces that supply folks who make these kind of foods. If you see all these hubs and you see us in clusters in these communities living around you in Lagos, Nigeria, in Accra, Ghana, in Tokyo, Japan, in Shanghai, China, how would you feel? That's my question to y'all. Because let's me and you chop that up. because we ain't got nobody from those communities here. They got to show up in the comments.
They pussy, they won't come.
How you think they gonna feel? They wake up and this is their reality looks like ours outside.
They would be pissed off. They would be angry.
Why do you think?
They would be rallying at the government and rallying from afar over here, saying, why are you letting y'all people come over here to interfere with our way of life when, quote unquote, bullshit, we already struggling. But y'all ain't struggling because we there. Y'all struggling because long time ago, y'all pussy ass let people come in and take over your country.
It's a historical reason.
Just like it's a historical over here.
For us, yeah.
But the way they look at us, like, how can you lay on your ass now? We on it, we done flipped it now.
You mentioned something just now. You said that they would be, you said they'd get up and they'll be damn near rallying, complaining to the government there and from here? Mm-hmm. You think the immigrants here will be like, why the hell all of them black
people? There wouldn't be a lot of them, but even from afar. They will make so much ruckus that their message will make it over here.
Damn.
And they will force our government to stop us from coming over there because we're economically fucking their place up. And that's the God Zionist truth. Look how they act amongst one another, because I'm from Sierra Leone, you from Nigeria. So you thinking if we came over the Atlantic and was doing business, since they money driven and we taking food from their plate, the motherfucker was a bench snap. They wouldn't have lasted as long how we showed them respect here over there.
Say loud. Hold on, man.
That's a mouthful.
It's just, look, y'all, I don't know how y'all are feeling.
Now y'all see when my arms was crossed.
About what he's saying. But I set it up and I'm just letting him slug it because I'm feeling everything he talking about. I feel the same way. But when we reverse that shit like that, you really feel it. You really feel what how we've been existing. And I think, I feel like a long time we've been numb to that.
Yeah.
This is probably how we should feel. Let's talk about that. Mm-hmm. Because you said that they gonna lash out, they gonna rally over there. It's gonna be so loud. It's gonna reverberate over here. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be a cross Atlantic connection against our businesses over there. If they were in your country the way yours are in our communities, should we feel that way here?
Yeah, we have a right to feel that way. We have more of a right to feel that way because we let y'all get away with that. I don't say we let y'all. We was unaware because we were so much trying to survive that we couldn't pay attention,
and we believed.
And since we done developed, which is fucked up, a discipline for poverty. A discipline without having,
it's become a norm.
It done became a norm that we immune to it. Now we got time to think about this shit.
Yeah,
we done got whooped on so many levels and abused and killed that it's like, fuck it, this is norm. Now we can think outside the box and realize, damn, this is why we've been getting fucked over.
And let me make this distinction, cuz I stated at the beginning of the episode that Black Americans, foundational Black Americans, immediately stood in solidarity with our fellow African and Caribbean immigrants. We stood in solidarity with them. It showed all the way across the board. Our language, even the name that we took on, African American, even though that's dead now.
Pan-Africanism.
Pan-Africanism. We pushed that.
We started that.
Our music, our art, everything. We stood in solidarity. And then we bought into the democratic narrative of diversity and people of color. So when anyone who looked like us was suffering anything, we stood up immediately. So I feel like a big part of...
We made Ghana hot. I'm going to point them out for one.
Okay.
Because anytime we come over there, all our grace went to what? Ghana.
No, that's facts.
That's the only reason why Ghana is the pinnacle part. And that's why they got their citizenship, because so many of our celebrities, so many of us traveled over there. We still do. That's the only reason why our cry is fucking hot. And it's the tourist spot.
And we bring that energy there. And I'm not taking...
Y'all welcome.
I'm not taking anything from the beauty of Ghana and Accra. I haven't been there
yet. There's beautiful spots all over. I'll keep it
But I'm just saying, I'm not taking the credit for y'all. But He right. We did make it hot. We did bring that energy over there and bring that star power
any other place
and
over
the
there.
visibility. Just like Dr. King. Dr. King was a walking viral clip, and he took international spotlight over there. So I'm like, damn, dog. Like, we should feel that way, because that's the question that's on the table now. Should we feel that way?
Now I'm gonna one up what you did. You was talking about food.
You threw me off with that thumb real quick.
Oh no!
I don't know if you see. And we go take a quick detour. Did you watch the NBA Cup? You know they got the internal tournament through.
Yeah.
You know the Knicks won.
Oh, they did.
Doing the trophy ceremony. Jalen got the MVP trophy, right? And one of his teammates gonna take his thumb and poke him in the ass. Now everybody's talking about that. So everybody like, get old boy off the team. What the fuck was he thinking? Yeah, dog. And it's kind of like putting a little stain. It's kind of putting a little stain on the victory.
My bad.
Yeah, dog.
My bad if I did. I ain't know nothing about it, but I like what you saying about that, because I'm about to do that to immigration.
Hey, listen, we ain't ready for no thumbs right now. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, it ain't. It's too early. It's too early. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry, I interrupted you, man.
Nah, you good. Okay, all right. So this is what I wanted. I wanted to throw a one up. When I was doing this is the one up.
Oh, Lord.
I want to up one. Now you was talking about the food. Now check this out. What opposed? Y'all got police over there, right? What opposed y'all people was getting beat up, killed on the street, and nothing was happening to us? And then we was saying all the stuff that y'all say about us, like y'all need to chill out. Y'all need to mind y'all business. What would y'all mindset be on that? How would y'all feel about that? If police was shooting, killing your people without messing with us?
Wow. That's a Selah moment, you know what I'm saying? And I'm a chime in on that and say, I remember 2016 or thereabout, Mike Brown got killed in the street. Philando Castro in his car in front of his fiancée and daughter. Trayvon Martin a few years earlier. Yeah. And I was real vocal on social media. And I was surprised but not surprised, but the main people who were telling me and us, hey, pipe down, if you would comply, if you would do this, if you would do those other things, this police brutality wouldn't be happening. And that was my fellow African immigrants who was going back and forth with me in the comments like that. And that's when I first came up with the saying, either stand in solidarity or shut up. That's how I felt, and that's what I said. So now T-Rex is we playing a role reversal. If we in your country in mass, we got business representation all over the place.
Police ain't harassing
us. We looking at y'all like y'all lazy. Why y'all not doing this
y'all
and that?
Nasty.
And then
uncouth.
And then when the police hurt you guys or exploit you when they stop you taking money instead of giving you a ticket, like I know that happens over there. And we was just like, if y'all comply, how y'all gonna feel about that? Would y'all fuck with us? Because we know it's a hypothetical question. We just putting it on your brain to force you to think about it. We forcing our shoe on your foot. But now that brings a question to us. Should we have that attitude here? That question is still ringing. Is that how we should be? Should we be petitioning the government? Should we be like, God damn, what the fuck?
The time has come. The time has come.
I think it's already happening.
It's happening, but it's only happening with one entity, ICE, with immigration. They're not getting attacked from all angles.
Yeah, and even a lot of, and I'm not knocking y'all experience. I just knock that a lot of y'all don't honor our legacy here. You know, but you're right. It's only happening from ICE, and immigrant communities get a lot of rally and support around them.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, they threw smoke bombs. We can't believe them. We've been shot down.
Right.
We had a nigga with a knee on his neck, and you still got folks saying he died from drugs. Still today. I put a post up about the police officer, Derek Chauvin, I believe his name was, who stood on George Floyd's neck. He's trying to appeal and overturn his conviction. I put that on TikTok. Would you believe you still got white people saying, let him go, he should have never went to jail? George Floyd died from a drug overdose. This is what we face in America, but then we got other groups who come and reinforce that, but they look like us.
Why? I wonder why haven't they given us money like they're giving these immigrants to go back after we so-called got freed from slavery and emancipation? Where was our money to go back to Africa? Why they never gave us?
Or even start a life. We didn't even have to go back
started
anywhere.
This so-called advertisement.
That's the 40 acres and the mule, though.
Yeah, and they didn't give it to us. So since you didn't give us that, why didn't y'all give us $1,000 to go back?
Well, let's give the context, because you didn't give no context for that. What Cuz is talking about is the program. There's a program.
Yeah, that's why I said so you can bring it through.
Yeah.
That I didn't know.
There's a program we just learned about. I think it was published around May or June of this year. And by the way, they put, I think, what did I say, $2 billion or $2 million? $200 million in ad campaign money to push, to encourage illegal immigrants. They said non-violent illegal immigrants to self-deport. They spent $200 million to let y'all know, hey, if you self-deport, we'll give you $1,000 and we'll pay your flight ticket and all of that stuff.
And you can come back.
And you can come back through legal means. So this is what we're saying. That's no slap on the hand for being here legally. And listen, me and Cuz we got a little different position, because Cuz is like, throw him in jail. Yeah. I'm just like, I'm not even tripping. But I am tripping on the
tax money back.
I'm tripping on the fact that we were literally enslaved, fought to get out of that, were promised 40 acres in the mule, and people mock that. Now, when we talk about 40 acres in the mule, we got pushed out with nothing. We got pushed out into poverty. And then they put a sharecropping system on top of us that made us continue in agriculture, but they was able to enforce debt upon us that then enslaved us. Right? So we had to fight through layers of systemic racism. We ain't getting no $1,000. We ain't getting no equivalent to a plane ticket to go and start our life. Yeah. And this is what we're saying. This is our country. This is our homeland. Our blood, sweat, and tears are in the soil for centuries, literally. And then we look at a group of people who come over here and are classified as, you got illegal immigrants being given a stipend. Yeah. How should we be feeling? How would y'all feel?
And giving them the option.
Yeah.
To leave peacefully or keep running around until they get caught with no consequence. If we catch you, you going to jail. What we was doing everything right. If we was caught in a town before dark, if we winked at a woman, blew a kiss, we got hung, we got killed for little shit. Yeah. These motherfuckers coming in this country stealing. I say don't send them back. Get your money back. Make them work for free. Since our tax money is why y'all able to give these motherfuckers these stipends, have these $200 million ads, make them work that shit off, fill these prison systems that you built for niggas, FBAs, and get some money up off of them through labor, cheap labor.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Hey. That's no more than fair.
That ain't necessarily my position, but I damn sure can say it ain't fair. I damn sure cannot say that. So my question now, Cuz, is this. Why does this dynamic feel normal in one direction, right? Why does it feel normal that immigrants would be outraged if Black Americans had overrepresentation with businesses in their countries? Why does it feel normal that they would be outraged, but not for us to be outraged? You get what I'm saying? Why isn't that a two-way street?
I'll say this. The reason why because they will have a government there that their government will be backing them to send our asses back. We ain't got a government that listens to us until now. We ain't got a government that rally behind us complaining to send them back.
Yeah.
They choose to do this on their own. That's for all you immigrants. We ain't tell them to do this. They doing this on their own.
Fact.
But if we was over there, they would be their unified. Government would back them, and it'd be a unified front to send us back. The only leverage that we would have is our paperwork. And if our government back us over there, they won't fuck up with us, because if they do, we'll bomb that ass. We'll kick that ass. It ain't just us over there. It will be white people. We will run that motherfucker, because you got Asians and all that over here. Mm-hmm. Now imagine if we was over there. They would want to, but they won't, because we got a government. Because we got legal paperwork that trump y'all paperwork, because we got more than you got. That's the reason why they can push and feel confident, and it's only one way, because they got a government over there that will back them.
They get support. So that means, I think a lot of immigrants, I think a lot of y'all know what we're saying is true.
Oh yeah.
If the roles were reversed, y'all would be outraged in your country against us, and your government would support your outrage. Uh-huh. But I think, here's the fucked up part. I think y'all know that y'all can do that over here, and the government is not gonna back us.
Yep.
And I think that's where the attitude comes from, that you can look down on foundational Black Americans, because you can step in line in front of us because of that relationship with the Democrats, get money that should be coming, that historically is due to us, build businesses right in our communities, and then look at us like we're lazy and unwilling to work. You do that because you know that the government has historically not supported us and historically attacked us. So it's almost like, I don't think a lot of y'all say that, but I think y'all know that. The same way a lot of YT people know they don't want to be Black. But I'm gonna add this right here. I lost this thought earlier. I got a lot of friends from immigrant communities, and from my vantage point, I still consider it a friendship. But I do realize that associations have levels. You know what I'm saying? I think socially, you can have a wide, diverse friend group socially. But when you start having these kinds of conversations, you find out that some of those people who are friends on the social level are economic enemies. And if you start talking economics, then the dynamics of a lot of your friendships will change. But this is where the rubber meets the road at, and this is why we having these conversations now, because we're realizing that if we were doing what y'all do here, where you're from, ain't no fucking way y'all would tolerate it. And I challenge anybody watching this, tell me different, that you will wake up in the crowd, Lagos, Nigeria, Monrovia, Liberia, Freetown, Sierra Leone, Cape Town, South Africa, Nairobi, Kenya, anywhere, Asian countries, Latino countries,
anywhere, you will wake up
and see us represented the way y'all are here, and you would be at peace with it.
And taking y'all jobs that y'all should be working. We got.
Tell me you would be at peace with it.
No.
That you hired a construction company and a bunch of foundational Black Americans was at your house building and doing all of that. You would have a problem with it.
And FBA people moving in right after it's built.
Yeah, you would have a problem with it. And I got to give us credit because we've been extremely patient and extremely accommodating with all of immigrant communities. And I feel like that's still our disposition. The difference is we prioritizing us now. We calling it for what it is, and we letting the chips fall where they may.
And you threatened by it.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the other thing. How y'all threatened by us? Just speak to that.
Yeah, how y'all threatened by us claiming something that's rightfully for us to claim? Even historically, how can you be upset about that? Because it's taking food off your plate that was really our food? You tell me where that's fair at.
Yeah, I need some help with it, because we gonna close this one out. But I need some help because I feel like why y'all feel entitled to do that? It tells me that you got this relationship with the Democratic Party. You know that it's a benign neglect policy against foundational Black Americans, meaning that it's a silent code that we ignore them economically. Mm-hmm. We give them the symbolic victories, but when it comes to the substance, the funding, we distribute it elsewhere to other minorities, people, group. Y'all know that is the playbook, and now that we're setting it up to where you can't run that play anymore, now you're becoming antagonistic.
Right.
That's what it is. Now, prove me wrong. I want you in the comments. Tell me what it is. Because if it ain't that, what is it? So yeah, cuz what else you got on this, man? Before we
I ain't got nothing. I just what would they do? That's all I can say. What would you do? Y'all gotta comment on that. Y'all, it's no way you conduct that. Yeah. It's on y'all. This conversation is on your turf, and it's easy for y'all to have this conversation because it's hypothetical. It's safe. It ain't actually happening. Right. So it's even,
say that again.
It's actually comfortable for y'all to speak on this because it's a hypothetical. It's not happening. So you are safe. We ain't gonna come out. We just saying what if. So now you really can leave comments. Stop being scary and leave a comment. Yeah. We just want to know what your mind said. We want to see what you can cook up, make up, or we wouldn't be mad. Or we wouldn't be this, or we wouldn't be that. I beg to differ. Yep. I beg to differ because this is what I can say. Why ain't y'all doing it over there? Why do y'all have to come here to get that off? And it's your people that run y'all government. It's people that look like y'all in y'all government. At least over here, the people in our government don't look like us. Y'all people look like you. Facts. And y'all still get effed over.
Facts. And my closing remarks is just that I echo everything T-Rex just said. I mean, I can't disagree with any of that. And I love the fact that he said it's a safe conversation for y'all. It's a hypothetical for y'all. It's a reality for us. Mm-hmm. But do you have the courage to even face the hypothetical? Because we have to have courage. It's a reality for us. So get in them comments and let us see what it is, because we're convinced that if the shoe was on the other foot, you would see that as an invasion and you would treat it as such.
Yes, sir.
So with that being said, y'all make sure y'all like and subscribe. Jump in the conversation. We really want to get this going, and we hope that the end goal is mutual respect and empathy. But is it gonna go that way? But get in there, like, subscribe.
Ball is in y'all court.
Share the video, you know what I'm saying? Ball's in y'all court. But we appreciate y'all watching. Don't watch and hide, like and subscribe. Until next time, we out.
Good.
Peace.